One, live.
Live, we're on air. Woohoo! But we're
Hey,
not really.
everybody.
We got 20
Welcome
seconds
to
to go before we officially start.
Drinks with Dale. I'm Dale, and this is what I'm drinking. This is a virtual bar where anybody can come in and everybody knows your name because you put it right on the bottom of the screen, and that makes it so much simpler. I'm coming to you today from the luxurious Tiki Bar, and it's just a beautiful day here in the neighborhood, and hopefully it is where you are too. With us tonight, we have all the way from Orlando, Florida, is Terry Brock and Gina Carr. How you guys doing?
We're doing just fine. Good to be with you.
Okay, we have that same delay that they have on the newscast when they throw it to the guy out by the fire, and it said, "Now with Rick James out to the fire." Hi, Bob. Yes, I'm out here by the fire.
Yeah, we have
Lori.
that.
Lori, where are you from? Lori Guest is from where?
DeKalb, Illinois, right out your back door, Dale.
Oh, really? Well, yeah, it would be right out my back door. It scares me that you know how my house is facing.
Hey, Dale, before too many other people join us, you can keep on your glasses if you want, but sometimes it kind of is a glare, so
All right, I'll just...
up to you.
I could, if I took them off, that would be fine, but I'd wind up talking over here because it really wouldn't make a difference.
Okay. Mace Horoff is here. I'm going to give him the super deep duper code and let him come on inside.
Hey, Mace. He'll be coming on in just a moment.
He'll be coming on in a moment. Yes, he will.
Yes, indeed. We're having a good time as we're broadcasting. By the way, I'm looking over here, seeing what was in the Confidence Computer, and we are broadcasting live to the world right now. It is going out there just like the grown-ups do it.
Well, the grown-ups probably do it a lot better because they're usually not drinking at the time, you know.
That's true. Some of them do. I caught them doing it once. All right.
You caught who doing what?
I hear we're going to do this because we're standing on a solid platform tonight, right?
I actually have my computer on a platform so it can get up to where I am. But, you know, most platforms don't really ever come close to where I am.
Yeah.
Did you see that graphic that Chris O'Shea did?
I love that. I love that. Yeah.
Oh, that was so funny.
Splatform.
He's so clever.
That's a classic.
Let's see, Beth. I see Beth Ramsey's here, and
ooh,
Beth,
cool.
I'm trying to get you into. I'm going to give you the link. You don't have to come in if you don't want to, but
come on in.
Here's the link. Come on in. The water's fine.
So, Dale, what's your weather up there in Chicago, in Downers Grove?
It is actually just absolutely gorgeous. We had the polar vortex visit again. And this time, instead of taking the temperature from 0 to 20 below, it took the temperature from 90 to 70. So it's a very welcomed respite from some usual summer weather. So I'm in favor of the polar vortex when it visits in the summer.
Ah, good. Well, Lori, you're experiencing that also there. What's it like there for you, Lori?
Oh, same thing. I'm in the same spot.
Just absolutely gorgeous. We had the polar vortex. Okay, we have someone's computer repeating.
Yeah, Gina, we're getting the live delay on Mace's computer.
The latest guy to join. Respite from some usual summer weather. So I'm in favor of the polar vortex when it visits.
All right, we got that one fixed.
I muted Mace. Mace, I didn't want to hurt you. We need you to turn your volume off. Mace might have the wrong code. He might have the one for everyone else. I don't know.
No, he has the regular code. Yeah, Mace, see if you could get some earphones to plug in, or otherwise turn the volume down a good bit. That might help. And
also stand on one foot. That'll help. Stand on one foot.
And if you hold your right ear while you do that, it's better.
Oh, boy, we got a ton of people joining us here. Let me just do a quick roll call. We got Sierra Madro, Beth Ramsey, Lane Lindsay, Mace is here, and he's actually inside. Dr. Dorothy from Connecticut.
Yes,
June
nice.
Klein, Alan Berg. Man, we got a full house today. Woohoo!
Howdy, kids.
There you go. Welcome to the lounge. Please come on in, take a seat, and let me know if I can get you anything to drink.
Mace, let us know in the messages when you get a headset plugged in, and we'll turn you off mute, see if we can hear you again. I've been so busy getting things organized, I didn't get a drink yet. I need to go run and get a drink.
Gina has put this whole thing together. Gina and Terry have masterminded this, and I don't know why they would go to all that trouble, but apparently they don't like to drink by themselves either.
Yeah. I thought you were buying drinks for us tonight.
Yeah, I am. It's like 4 Bitcoins for a beer.
4 Bitcoin. 4? That's an expensive beer. Bitcoin's going at around
it's
$6 or so for a Bitcoin.
It's imported. I just came back from Canada. What a screwed up country that is.
Why is that?
Don't say such things about Canada. The wonderful Susan Sweeney from Canada is going to be popping in just a minute. Susan, I just popped the link over to you in your Facebook message.
I can pick it up with her then.
All right. Yeah, so you guys, if you ask me for the link, I'm going to give it to you in Facebook messages. We can have a maximum of 10, and if we get a total of 10, we might actually be a little crowded. So just let us know.
And if you're ever tired, please don't feel ashamed to leave. Just make sure you leave a tip, and by that I mean a parting tip, something that we should know and live by. So we definitely, if you leave a tip.
And by the way, Dale, we didn't find out, what are you drinking other than this? What is it?
This is a beautiful Rolling Rock beer. This comes from Pennsylvania, Latrobe, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, very good.
And it's just a good drink for the tiki bar.
It is. And for me, I'm having the Nectar of the Gods here, otherwise known of as Guinness. We were over in the Guinness storehouse just a few days ago, and so I figured in honor of that, we're definitely going to have some good Guinness.
You have your own storehouse?
Well, we went to the storehouse over in Dublin, Ireland.
Oh.
That one.
Did I ever tell you my story of how I almost got arrested there?
No.
I was over there, and I spent the afternoon at the Guinness Brewery. I took the tour, and then they have that lovely little bar up on top, and I spent some time there. And that evening, my client had a dinner that I was to attend, and beforehand they had a cocktail party in the hallway. So I went up, and I didn't want a Guinness, but I wanted a black and tan. So that's what I ordered, a black and tan, and the bartender looked at me like I just said I'd like an Adolf Hitler.
Yeah,
and the guy who was in charge snatches me over and says, "Dale, what did you say?" I said, "I wanted a black and tan." He says, "Oh, Christ, you don't say that."
Not in Ireland.
Explained the whole history to me. I said, well, what do you call it when you want it like this? He says, "We don't drink that shit that way."
Oh, my gosh.
That's right. The black and tan comes from what the British did in the 20s. It was really ugly.
Yeah, well, now I
Got to read that history,
who
man.
knew?
You were sleeping through history
You
class.
can go in here and still order a John Gacy.
I see that
I paid attention.
Alan Berg says the beef and Guinness pie at the storehouse is amazing. Yes, I had that too. That was really good. We have T. Bubba in the house. Is that Bubba Bechtel? Who would that be? T. Bubba.
I don't know a whole lot of Bubbas, and that I like it that way. So I would have to say, yeah, that's who it is.
That could
Hello,
be.
Sierra, how are you?
I am doing quite well.
Hey, Lane.
All right, and joining us is Sierra Madro with a yummy martini in hand, and I see Elaine Lindsay. Elaine's a friend of mine from outside the NSA world, but she's quite a guru on Google, and she's a fellow dean with the Social Buzz University.
And a
Mace, I
wonderful
see
lady.
you come back in, so let's see if your sound is working better this time.
Gina, on my confidence computer, I'm seeing Mace's picture. Constant.
Yeah, can you guys hear me at all?
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
We can hear you.
Good. You have all the chipmunks there with you?
From
Could be.
what the birds?
It
All right,
doesn't
let's try to hear
usually-
from Mace.
Yeah.
Well,
Say it again, Elvin. Oh yeah.
Charlie Brown's teacher is with us. God bless her. Thank you for joining.
Alan Burke says the beef inside the storehouse is amazing. Yes, I had that too. That was really good. We have a T. Bubba in the house. Is that Bubba Bechtel? Who would that be? T. Bubba.
I don't know.
T.
a whole
Bubba
lot,
is in the house.
you know, and that you know,
Hey,
I
Bubba.
like it that way. So
Uh-oh.
I would have to say yes. Yeah.
All right, we're hearing somebody else's echo.
Well, we're learning something.
Yeah, everybody, if you're not talking right now, go up to the top and click the microphone button so that you can mute yourself. It goes to red, and it goes back when you click it again. It goes white. Now, if you
I am doing
talk,
quite well.
you're going to pop up, and if we're talking,
Yes, joining us.
the sound is
Audra
going
with
to-
a
Hi, Susan Sweeney.
in hand.
Hi,
And I
Susan
see
Sweeney.
Elaine Lindsay. Elaine's a friend of mine from outside the NSA world, but she's quite a
Somebody
guru
has it on in the
Google and
background.
All right,
West
everyone, please
University.
mute
Right.
yourselves.
You come back in, so let's see if your sound is working better this time.
Gina, on my confidence computer, I'm seeing Mace's picture. Constant.
Isn't this the most fun you've ever had at a bar? First of all, it's a mute bar because nobody's allowed to talk. So I've never been to one of those before. I've been to a midget bar one time, and that was interesting. But
Wow.
so we're at a mute bar, which is overcrowded. There's a lot of people in here. God bless you all for coming in. Please don't say anything because that would ruin it.
Oh, that was Bubba Bechtel. Hello, Bubba Bechtel. Good to see you.
Yes, indeed, Bubba.
All right, so
Is he in
Yeah.
jail? Is he calling from jail? But you probably only get like one Google call in jail, and it's very nice of him to try and get in here.
all right, so I want everybody to be able to talk. I had muted some of you, so I'm going to take you off mute, but put yourself back on unless you're ready to talk. That'll work a lot better.
Yeah, and also, Gina, I want to make a note here. Sierra mentioned this, very important. I was just going to say it. If you're on the others webinar and then came here, be sure you close the old webinar. Otherwise, you'll have both running, and that gives some of that feedback because there's
I
a
bet
delay.
that's part of the problem. Very good point.
What
That's
we're
why there's
doing
that
here
delay.
is actually about 30 seconds, about 45 to 60 seconds into the future. So,
Yeah.
Dale of the future, what would you say to the Dale of 60 seconds from now?
Oh, he would be done with this deal. He'd be going to get his second one. So,
It's
anyhow,
like an Austin Powers thing, you know?
for those of you who are joining us for the first time, let me just explain the concept of this. I came up with this idea after hearing about a woman in South Korea who has a website, and people go there, and all she does on this website is eat. She's like fully clothed and everything. She just eats a wide variety of food. And people, her customers that pay to watch her eat are people that don't want to eat by themselves. So I'm thinking, because I do, and I'm thinking the only worse thing than eating by yourself is drinking by yourself. So that's why I thought we'd open this up and everybody from around everywhere could join us for a cocktail. And you don't have to worry about driving.
Okay. Todd Williams is out there.
Okay,
Hi,
please,
Todd.
someone unmute yourself and join the conversation.
Well, I've got to go. Sorry, it was a really short visit. Just wanted to pop in and tell Dale Canada's not all bad.
Oh, Canada, they are the good Americans, the nice Americans. We
Yeah.
love Canadians.
And I love all my U.S. friends, absolutely. Have a really great night. Just got the call from hubby. Dinner's just about ready. So I'm going to bid adieu. Have a wonderful night and enjoy your drinks.
But what is your tip? You have to leave a tip, and that's a tip about anything
I
that you
have to leave
want to
a
tell
tip.
us.
Yes.
Okay, do you want a business tip? Do you want a personal tip?
I just want a tip. I'm only in it for the tips.
Okay, I was going to be a smartass and say never tie your shoes in a revolving door.
That's an excellent tip. That is not
Thank
a smart ass. That is an excellent tip, really, because that could cause abrasions.
It could. It was a pleasure meeting you. Make it a great night. I'm sure I'll see you all again.
Okay, drive safely.
Okay. Sounds like I had Lori blue line. So Lori, we were seeing your lovely face for a few minutes there, and you're looking great. But it's supposed to pop up whoever's talking. Now, Susan, I don't know if I muted you or if you muted yourself, but we haven't heard from you yet. So,
Susan, unmute thyself.
And hello, Beth. Beth, you might want to pull up your lower thirds when you get a minute.
That sounds so dirty. Fix your lower thirds, my man.
Bring up that lower third.
Does.
Bubba Bechtel says, Canada is our attic. We know it's up there, but we don't visit it much. But I love them because in Canada, I'm only 188 pounds.
Are only what?
He says he's only 188 pounds.
Oh, in Canada. Oh, because they're metric, sure.
Yeah, because of the metric system. That's pretty cool.
And
Go to
probably
Canada, you
about
lose
15,
weight.
16 in dog years because they use that too.
Yeah, but with the exchange rate today, it's a little different.
Oh, that's the thing that bugged me, this exchange rate. We're like 8% better than them.
Right now.
Yeah, right now. So you go to a currency exchange and you figure, well, $200, that'll get me through a couple of days. I'm going to put most of it on a credit card anyhow. So you figure 200 times 8% is $216. But then they charge you $6.25 for the transaction. So now you're down at $210, which is only 5%. And so I traded it at the hotel even. So, you know, I knew they were dicking me, but it was a lot easier. And then I try and give it back to them. Will they give me American money? No. Those bastards. They took my money and screwed me at 8%. And that adds up because I paid like $15 for a cup of gelato that supposedly won some prize in Italy, and you know that was ridiculous.
It was. I see Beth Ramsey telling us too much math. Too much math.
Okay. Well, you can always count on me.
Yeah. Well, now, Susan, you have muted yourself. We see a mute on you. You can unmute your mic there and tell us what it is you're drinking.
I'm drinking red wine.
Good for you. What kind? Is it good?
Sorry? Yeah, it's great. It's a nice Argentinian cab.
Very good. Well,
Susan, you're in Canada right now?
I'm in Nova Scotia right now.
Is that still in Canada?
It is.
That's like way away from everybody else, isn't it?
It's you know, I have the best of both worlds. I live in Florida for 6 months, and then Nova Scotia when it's too hot in Florida.
When is that?
That's May till November.
Wow, that's a pretty good deal then. You just got a heck of a long driveway in between the two places, but yeah, that's perfect timing. So what do you do in Nova Scotia for fun? I've never been there.
Oh my God, there's so much to do. We're on the ocean. It's so lots of sailing and boating and that kind of stuff. And I mean, Nova Scotia's got the best of everything. A great downtown, lots of waterfront to walk, great restaurants. It's got it all.
There's just one downtown in all of Nova Scotia. It's just downtown Nova Scotia.
There's one downtown in Halifax where I live.
Oh, Halifax. Okay.
Yeah.
And isn't that what you call when you want to check out a used car? Oh no, that's Carfax. That's different. Halifax. That's what you call when you want to check out a used helicopter. That's what it is, Halifax.
Gina, I love your background.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, got a few copies of one book.
Yeah, Clout Matters. I'm seeing it.
I've seen that somewhere.
Yeah.
Note to self: glossy books don't look that great in the background. It kind of, a matte book looks better in the background.
What you need to do is just put a little sign on the bottom of that ledge that says bestsellers.
Oh yeah, good idea.
So who else? Who is out here in the bottom corner? Because you didn't fiddle with your lower third, so I don't know exactly who you are, and I can't tell from that little tiny picture. Oh, you're muted too.
Susan Sweeney.
What am I supposed to do to get rid of the bottom third?
Oh, to get it, you need to go into the Hangout toolbox over on the left side. Over on the left, are you familiar with that?
I'm over on the left side.
Okay, you'll see a little toolbox with several icons. One toward the bottom is a toolbox, Hangout toolbox. You click on that, and you might need. And we see Todd Williams joining us. Hello, Todd. Oregon is very well represented tonight between Sierra and Todd.
Let's see. We have a message here. Bubba says 8% is a cheap screwing, Dale. Okay, I guess that falls into the not suitable for work comment that you mentioned earlier, Terry, in your message. Mace says, "Oh, somehow we're having trouble getting Mace in here."
Yeah, we want to get Mace on.
It says I ejected him. I didn't see him flying out and ejected, but. And let's see, Mary. Mary, I'm not sure which Mary this is, but Mary says, "I've jumped on with my glass of wine and heard math and money conversions. Maybe I need 2 glasses for this conversation."
3, Mary, 3.
Dan is here. Not sure which Dan that is.
Dan the man.
Oh, Baba earlier said this gives discombobulation an entirely new meaning. And Michael Scott Karpovich is here. Hi, Karp.
Hey.
I'm reading the messages because some of us can't see the chat, and some of us can. So I figure I'll read some of the messages for those of you who aren't coming inside. Now, Beth, I know you're here, and I muted you, but see if you can unmute yourself, and we'd love to hear from you.
Is that me? Am I on now?
You're on now? Yay!
Hello!
Hey, Beth, just up the road there in Ocala.
Hello! Yes. Nice to be here. I'm only drinking water. I haven't had wine but once in the last 3 weeks, and it's very sad.
Ooh.
That is sad.
Well, that's all right. Water is good. It's a great cleanser. So the next time you do have wine, you'll get really, really buzzed really quick. So that's my tip.
That's a good tip.
I'm frustrated that I can't.
So who's in the blue T-shirt?
That's Todd.
That's Todd, and I've been on mute. But I also want to say that we do have someone else from Oregon, because this is the Life's a Pitch T-shirt that I got from Sherry Fitz. So she's here in spirit, so to speak.
Tell Sherry we said hello.
When I see her at some point.
Is that in support of a softball team, or?
No, that's her. It's in support of her marketing, because life's a pitch.
Oh, okay. And then you just change that P to a B, and you could sell it on the street probably as a philosophy T-shirt.
So like something out of Forrest Gump.
Yeah. We used to have great philosophy back with Descartes, I think, therefore I am, and Schopenhauer, and all of the great philosophers, and now our philosophy is boiled down to shit happens. That's the only philosophy we have, and that's on a T-shirt. All of our philosophy is on T-shirts.
So
the
who's your
evening
mosquito, Dale?
I'm sorry, the evening mosquitoes are starting to attack the tiki bar, and they're quite large this year because we've had a lot of rain. So you'll hear slapping sounds periodically, but I do that on the inside too.
You could do a little rhythm band with all that, with all the slapping, you do.
Some beatboxing, yes, I'll be doing that.
Yeah. So Dale, who would be your favorite
probably, I'm trying to think of the guy's name. Not L. Ron Hubbard. No, Eldon.
L. Ron Hubbard.
Eldon Hubbard, who he used to write down all of these, thoughts and stuff. And as near as I can trace back, he was the very first one. I thought it was Woody Allen, but he was the very first one who said, never take life too seriously because you're not getting out of it alive.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be my favorite one. And then my second favorite philosopher is Groucho Marx, who said, outside of a dog, a book is man's best friend. Inside of a dog, it's too dark to read. So those are the two philosophies that I go by.
Man, this feels like the bar at NSA. Cool.
Now we get a message here from
me. Still the bar at NSA and not the bar at Platform, which would have sounded really, really stupid.
Tell us, yeah, we got to get Mace on. He's trying to get in. He says he's got some good rum, but he wants to get in. Gina, could you see if there's something we might be able to do? Maybe get rid of the connection we have and have him come in on another one. That might work.
Yeah, I just recommended that to him to
hang up.
So
and
weird. I mean, it says he can't come in, but he's in the room.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're
we
in
would
the
love
room.
to have
We
him.
just can't hear you.
Well, does anyone, as the kind of the unofficial bartender here, I'd love to listen to your problems, and lend a friendly ear. So if anyone's got anything on their mind, just blurt it out.
Well, my problem is I don't have a drink right now.
Go get one, Gina.
Okay, I'll go get one. Oh, before I go, though, I want to say
Actually,
that
Gina, you could have said, Mary, go get me one.
Mary Reesberg. Hello, Mary Reesberg from Pensacola, and Dan Bloom. Welcome, Dan. I think Dan's a Tampa area, so we're represented all around the U.S. and a little bit of Canada. Yep.
We're international. We're global, baby. We are global. This is great. So we have the U.S., we have Canada, and we have Nova Scotia. So that's 3 so far.
We're doing just fine. And Alan Stevens sent a note. Alan Stevens sent a note. He wanted to join us, but it was a little too late because it is 12:30 there in the UK, and he's got an early morning tomorrow. But he's with us in spirit.
Well, next time tell him to take a nap like everybody else did.
Yeah.
I'm thirsty.
Geikakan.
Okay. I think that's the Korean word for vinegar. I'm not sure.
No, it's the Japanese word for heaven.
Ooh. All righty. Let's see. Who else is out there? If anybody else would like the link to get inside the room, let me know.
And if you have anything to say, like I said, just spurt it out, and we'll be glad to lend an ear. And we probably won't tell anybody if it's embarrassing or anything.
Gosh, Dale, I think that T-shirt, the Life's a Pitch, that's a great idea. When you summarize a conference, you could, where it's a 3-4 day conference, you could come up with some really good T-shirts, and there's another revenue stream for you.
What would I put on there?
Well, you would come up with something really funny from the conference, and then you would just repeat that every day that you summarize, and then the T-shirts are available. Something unique. Those T-shirts can be printed overnight. That's a revenue stream for you.
Where do you get T-shirts printed overnight?
Oh, there are lots of places. You just organize it beforehand. The T-shirts are all ready with the logo of the conference, and then you just put whatever that tagline is that you want for that particular conference. They can have it all set up, and you just have to feed them the tagline after the first day.
I would love to watch Dale drag in cases of T-shirts and set them up at the back of the room. That would entertain me. Wait a minute. Dale barely brings a clipboard with him now, right? You used to have
Dale wouldn't be doing this.
And now you take out like a little folded piece of paper out of your pocket. Right? All right?
Occasionally I do, yes. Yeah, I don't think you'd ever see me schlepping boxes of T-shirts. I mean, I know I'm probably leaving money on the table, but I'm going to leave it there.
You're gonna leave the T-shirts in the boxes too.
You just
I just
organize
wanted to
the
start-
organizer. They take care of the selling of it.
Hey, Dale.
Set
You
that
don't
up
have
for me, please. If you don't mind, and I just set it all up and then take a little something for yourself. Maybe a free T-shirt or something. Nothing real big.
Dale, all you have to do is to bring like 5 white T-shirts to the conference, and 1 big black and 1 big red magic marker, and you just draw what you want to draw on there. Throw them out to the audience. So there's only like 5. These are not collector's items.
Yes.
Okay. And they can buy the replicas after you get home off of your website. Okay. And you have someone else go do all that work to get it done. I mean, you don't have to go haul all that crap in there. 5 T-shirts and 2 magic markers, and you got it made.
I usually take a couple of T-shirts anyhow, so maybe if I wore them first and then use the magic marker, that'd be even better. That's safe T-shirts,
I could see the women would swoon. They'd smell it, and they would swoon right on the spot.
He's like the Eric Wall of T-shirts. You could just throw shit at the shirts, and then whatever happens, that's what you throw out. That would be funny.
Let me show you something that I came up with here at the Tiki Bar. Hold on, talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
All right, I'm working on a creative solution. Mace, I haven't forgotten about you. I'm working on a creative solution still to try to get you in, so please bear with me. We really want you to be here. You were the first one to arrive, so we're working on it.
Yeah, we definitely. And by the way, Beth Ramsey, you might want to bring in your lower third. Use the Google Hangout toolbox over on the left side. If you move your mouse over to the left, and for those of you that are watching, you might try this on your own Google Plus Hangout. On the left, you'll see a Google Plus Hangout. Use that, and then there's a silhouette of a person. You have a circle around it. That's where you can punch in your lower third, what you want, your name, website, things like that. A very helpful marketing tip for you. There's my tip, Dale.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. This is an article of clothing that I came up with. I'm sitting at my tiki bar. It's behind me over there, and it's very nautical and tiki themed. So I came up with our own bathing suit. This is the woman's bathing suit. This is the top of it, made from 2 coconuts, and then this here is the bottom. And I have it in different sizes too, so you can just pick one you like. But that's the Tiki Bar women's bathing suit, and that's what you can expect when you come back here, because it's just a million miles from civilization.
Oh boy, well, we got some fun going on in the chat. Let's see. May says you would not believe the brilliant thoughts I'm sharing with myself. Michelle Ray, welcome from Canada. Canada is well represented tonight. Excellent. Bubba says we need a T-shirt peg. And Bubba says,
I have one in the back of my door.
Send me what I need to buy to get online with my computer so I can be seen. Oh, Bubba, I'll send you the link in the private messages below. And Dr. Dorothy says, I lived in the Caribbean for 10 years. She wants to know what rum Mace is drinking.
So Mace, let us know what rum you're drinking tonight.
Well, it all depends what island it's from and what area, because each island has its own special rum. So I'm
partial to what is that drink that I used to get down in the Virgin Islands? Painkiller. Prusser's
that's
rum.
made with Prusser's rum. Yeah.
That's the best stuff in the world.
Yeah,
a lot of pain.
Yeah, when I was working on ships, that was a regular stop. Was the Pusser Rum Distillery and gift shop? Yeah, that's a great thing. And on the island of Bermuda, the big rum is Black Seal rum, to the point where Bermuda has their own national drink called a Dark and Stormy, which is Black Seal rum and ginger beer.
Ooh.
Yes, which
I
Gosling
like
Black
cocktails.
Seal has patented, so nobody else can call it a dark and stormy unless they're using the Gosling's Black Seal.
Ah,
Oh yeah.
I did
So they
not
call
know
it a black and they call it a black and tan.
So Dale, I'm interested in hearing about the ship work. What funny thing happened to you when you're doing ship work? That's interesting.
Oh man, it's hard to come up with just one. I off and on I worked them for about 5 years, and I've seen just about everything that could possibly happen on a ship. One of the first ones that I went on was it actually was an old troop ship that was from World War II that was converted to a cruise ship. It was called the Emerald Seas, and like on the second or third week I was on there, all of a sudden, on all the buffets and at every meal, we just had tons of ice cream. And I asked one of the guys who'd been on there, I said, why are we getting so much ice cream? He said, because somebody died and we need room in the freezer.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding?
I am not kidding. No, not at all.
Oh my God.
So was that nightmare work? I mean, was that just painful to be stuck on the ships, or was it enjoyable?
It was very enjoyable. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I would generally go on for a month or 6 weeks at a time. Then I go home for a couple of weeks, and then eventually my wife would say, "I've seen you enough," and I'd go for another 6 weeks. But it was a lot of fun. I had friends that to this day are still dear friends of mine that I met on ships, and it was a cool little camaraderie, kind of like circus folks or carny workers that developed on the ship, you know.
So were you speaking or working otherwise?
Oh no, I was a comedian.
Surprise, surprise.
Doing 2 different 20-minute shows.
I can't get Terry to go on a cruise ship.
Oh, I would be open to it.
You are not open to
As
it.
soon as they get good internet access.
They all have it now. They all have good internet access, especially the ones in the Caribbean. But I'll tell you the one that you would really like, Terry, Alaska. That is the best cruise there is, Alaska.
And why is that?
Because it goes to Alaska.
I've heard of that. That's like, we're here, they're way over there. I looked at a map once.
It's still America, okay? You know, so it's
since when?
Not a whole lot you got to worry about it.
When did that happen? I didn't think Alaska was part of it. Don't they use Alaska money up there, a different place?
Well, way up in the northern part, you know, you got your Inuit carvings and your illegal jade trade. But, you know, other than that, most of them are on U.S. nickel. Okay. Speaking of the nickel, did you ever look at the Canadian nickel? It has a picture of the Queen on one side and a beaver on the other. And you got to love a country with that kind of sense of humor.
Did you know that we did away with our cents? We don't have any pennies anymore.
Really?
Yeah, they're gone.
I think you could have stopped it. We did away with our cents.
It costs more to make them than they're worth.
Yeah, it does that here too, but we don't have the sense that you do.
Yeah.
That's true with all of our Congress people. It costs more to make them than they're worth, but, you know, we can't get rid of them.
Oh, let's try.
I think we can vote them out.
Okay, there's some funny messages, so I need to share. Mace, I did share with you in the private chat and Facebook a super secret code. Give it a try. You should be able to get back in, and I promise I won't eject you this time. Dr. Dorothy lived in the Caribbean 10 years. Yeah, okay. June Klein. Oh, June. Okay, I'll send you in the private messages here how to get in. I'll send you the link.
Yeah.
May said Ron Zacapa from Guatemala, 23 years old, smooth as the back of some smooth animal. I guess he's talking about what he's drinking. I'm not sure.
The capa is a very nice.
That's a rum from Guatemala.
Oh.
Oh,
And an
okay.
equally nice rum from Trinidad now is Zaya, which used to be the guy that made Ron Zacapa's rum, and I started making his own in Trinidad, and it's Zaya, and that's also quite tasty.
Yeah, I've had the Zaya rum as well, and both are quite tasty.
Oh, I have to keep that in mind.
Bubba wants to know if you can model that bathing suit, Dale.
I'll model the top half. I had the bottom half made just for him. So.
And he says, on second thought, we don't have a cork puller. Dr. Dorothy says, not that she's an expert in rum. Yeah, right. But I lived on Anguilla, I think is how you pronounce it, and we had rums from $10 a bottle to $500 a bottle. Man, that sounds like some of the single malt stuff we tried in Ireland recently.
Yeah.
Michelle, I sent you the link.
And that
so, look in your private messages. You should be able to join in. Michelle, I think that's Michelle Ray. And
yes.
Joyce, is that Joyce Weiss maybe? She says, sorry she's joining late, but she's here. So Michael says, to keep up with Terry Buck's expectations, I am drinking my goat's milk. I'm not sure what that means.
I don't either, but whatever. Enjoy the goat's milk, Michael.
It's the milk. It's the milk from a goat. They use it in a lot of satanic rituals.
Oh, great. I think this is Lynn Rose, the fabulous Lynn Rose. If you guys missed the Twitter video that she did at NSA, I got to share that link. I've been looking for that link, Lynn, so that I could share that with everybody. Cool, that's hilarious. But Lynn says, what fun. I have an appointment. I'll have to get on, so I'll have to watch the replay, but wanted to quickly tune in and see what you're up to. Fun! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! So, Lynn, way to go!
All right. Love you, Lynn.
All right. So a lot of good comments. I'll come back and give you more comments in a few minutes. But
where's Michelle Ray? I don't see Michelle.
Try not to everybody talk at once.
Across the room from each other?
What, Susan?
Are you and Terry across the room from each other?
No, we're at opposite ends of our condo mansion here. So, you know, he's in the west wing and I'm in the east wing.
2 libraries.
Something like that, yeah. Actually,
I'm looking at all the books behind Terry and all the books behind you.
Yeah,
but I have 2 walls of books, and I say that I'm in the candy store. It is so amazing. All the books that people think I like Terry for his brains. No, it's for his books. He's got millions of books. And I just love all those books.
We got. It looks like Michelle Ray is joining us. Hello, Michelle.
Hi.
Are you up in bed too?
I finally figured out how to get in.
Well, good. Good. Figure out how to move your laptop down so we don't see just the there you are.
Very holy with that aura behind you. It's quite becoming.
Oh, I know what it is. That's better.
That's better. And are you in Vancouver?
I am.
Good. Canada is well represented.
Coast to coast.
Hi, Susan.
Hey, Michelle. Great to see you.
Good to see you too.
I just got back from Vancouver.
You did? How come we didn't know you were here?
I don't tell anybody. But it was a lovely time. I when I was walking in the Gastown area, it reminded me of home because you guys had bums on every street corner, just like we do. It was nice.
Depends how far down Gastown you went. There's a lot of that going on.
Okay, this is too exciting. Mace Horoff is here. Woo!
By here?
Across the world.
You did.
Not just an icon anymore.
I don't tell anybody.
And I think we're at our maximum 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Wow, this is the most we've ever had at the bar. So thank you all for coming, and those of you who can't, you are standing outside. Just see the bouncer, give him $20, and we'll see if we can get you in.
All right. Well, Dale, we've all been waiting for your wisdom and your profound insight regarding something about platform. We're just kind of curious of what you might have to say about that. Now that we have Mace joining us. Hello, Mace. Glad to have you with us.
Hello, Terry.
So, Dale, what would you have to
Hello,
say about
everybody.
that?
Well, I mean, by now we all know that it's been rescinded, and because primarily it was stupid, and secondarily it was already taken, and third, it was stupid, and I don't know what they're going to come up with next. I gave them a free idea, which Gittimer immediately called me a Gentile for doing. But I gave them a free idea because this is an organization, to be all-inclusive of speakers, performers, educators, authors, and keynoters, or SPEAK, which would sound to me like the perfect name, but that's probably why they, and I told them if they take it, I want recognition, and I want the caveat.
I wonder if the .com is available.
I'm never going to get it otherwise. I want it, man, just because for saving their ass.
Well, I think it really took a lot of guts of the leadership. Well, first of all, to make the announcement to begin with, but I like the kind of guts they showed later in rescinding it, and I know that really took a lot. And I'm really pleased they listened to the thunderous messages from the members, and thanks to all the members who spoke up. And I think the organization will be stronger because of it. But boy, it's painful.
Yeah, I think we had a comment from Beth Ramsey.
Later, Beth? Very long later, long time later. So no, they don't get all the accolades. They waited way too long. It's not hard. It's not hard. They waited too long. I think they were waiting for all the hubbub to die down, thinking it would go away. That's what I think. But what do I know?
Well, it was less than 2 weeks. I mean, from the beginning, at the beginning I said I give it 2 years, and then before that weekend was over, I said I give it 2 weeks, and that's about as fast as they could have done something, really.
Yeah, it's really kind of hard to imagine them being able to get that group of people together to make that kind of decision and get the feedback in a shorter amount of time. I mean, it did take a lot of people getting together to come to that decision, to change the direction.
My understanding is it all happened virtually. A lot of the past presidents were there. But I don't think it's over by any stretch of the imagination. That's just my 2 cents worth. And I don't know, has anyone seen, when you Google National Speakers Association, have you seen last week what was coming up?
Oh my gosh, no, what?
Well, the blog in the Huffington Post was giving it, not exactly the greatest thing to see when you do a Google search on National Speakers Association. So yeah, I think it's right underneath it, if it's still there.
Yeah, Terry shared that in the NSA group. Fortunately, they didn't slash that comment, that post. But yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta show you guys what this platform thing that
What I want to know is why didn't we just, why do we have to change our name? Why don't we get the other NSA to change their name to, spies? How about that?
Here.
That would work.
Here.
I love what Terry came up with, and maybe somebody else came up with it first. But it's funny to say, yeah, we're the ones that talk, not the ones that listen. That's funny.
It is funny.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah. Well, I don't think we've heard the end of it, that's for sure.
Oh, they'll probably come up with something dumber now. I don't know. I mean, if platform was the best they could give us, now they're going on to the second thing, the stuff they already refused, That's going to be next in line.
So, Dale, what would be some of those that were rejected that weren't used in the past? What would you think they'd be?
I don't know.
Mouth.
I don't know. I would have to put some thought to that. Nothing really comes up right off the bat of just
Maybe I'm a little biased, but I can't believe that they didn't check the .com as, you know, as an important piece of whatever the name was going to be.
IBM certainly did and got it several years ago.
Yeah.
Well, they definitely did check the .com and the .net because that was mentioned in the initial presentation or
They didn't
somewhere.
think
It
it
was
was
mentioned
important
anyway.
enough?
I thought
guess
it was
they-
mentioned in the follow-up
Internet
notes.
thing, no, it's going to go away. It's just a fad.
Yeah, I went to the town hall meeting that was immediately after, and there was a lot of lively discussion in that group.
Ooh. Well, yeah, and also a couple people were late in purchase.
Got it several years ago.
Well, they definitely did check the .com and the .net because that was mentioned.
Oops, I think we're getting some feedback. Joyce, hello there.
Joyce, turn off your other, Joyce, welcome aboard, and turn off your other, like you got the webinar going twice. So you got it going where you were watching it, and now you've got it going where you're inside it. So can you turn it off where you have it playing? And then I'll unmute you, and we can hear you. Welcome aboard.
Otherwise, we all go to a different dimension.
Oh, my God. Tell them what happened in the last call. Okay, Joyce, you should be able to unmute yourself by scrolling up to the top. And
For other Joyce.
now you still got the other one playing.
Turn off.
Isn't this fun?
Did you notice the home office theme? You know, we get to see everyone's home office with, and everyone has cocktails in their home office. I'm a little concerned about the work ethics here of our speaker association.
But it's after 5 o'clock, so it's okay. It's legal.
And what did you expect in our home office?
Yeah, I'm not in a home office, so I don't have any wine here.
Oh, you poor thing.
What are these ethics of which you speak?
Ethics, it's a word I heard at NSA. It doesn't really mean anything to me. Sierra,
I thought it was people that.
I was noticing in the background of Sierra, she has all kinds of drinking bottles and liquor bottles and everything. Are you in your bar, or is that your office?
This is actually my breakfast nook. And despite the fact that those look like alcohol, that's actually my coffee setup.
Ah.
The bar is actually over across the room.
Well, Sierra, as I was looking at that, it reminded me of what I saw in Russia once. It was a sign on a restaurant. It said, "Vodka. It's not just for breakfast anymore."
So, Sierra, we have to
a better setting for this kind of drinks with Dale than my actual office, so I came in here.
Sierra, we have to forgive the non-Northwesterners that they didn't recognize that those bottles were actually for making coffee. It's a shame. They need to come up and spend some more time in the coffee Northwest. It's sad.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Hey, all right.
My espresso machine.
Oh, cute. Oh, I like it.
Here
All
in
right,
Atlantic
hey,
Canada, those would be
guys,
all.
if you're not watching the
alcohol
chat,
bottles.
if you're not watching the chat, Bubba said this is so funny. American Speaker Society. Ass.
That already exists. Already exists.
Really?
Yeah, Larry Wingate came up with that one.
We formed that with Larry Wingate and John Dolan and Joe Calloway many years ago. Ass has already been trademarked.
Oh God.
And what if it was the big? What if it was the big American Speaker Society?
They already know we're that.
All right, I don't know who Spike is, but Spike says, "Did Dale take a bathroom break?"
Oh, he's gone.
I think he went to find more coconut bikini tops.
Oh no, I got something. Hold on.
I bet he does have something. Hold on. Okay, so Bubba, Says Terry, American Speakers Society, the letters would be ours forever. No one would want that. And Spike, who is Spike? Cheers, everyone. Who is Spike? Where are you from? Come on.
Spike's a friend of mine. Here we go. This is from our 2000 convention. We own this. I wouldn't make this up. American Speakers Society. We've had conventions and everything.
Cool.
Who is we?
I'm not allowed to say. It's kind of like the Fight Club. First rule about the Fight Club is you don't talk about the Fight Club.
Oh, man, that's
I can't tell you. I've already said too much. We're not even supposed to exist.
I'm gonna take a picture of you in that hat and spread it all around the internet and tell everybody you told us.
Who wants to join? Oh, she took my picture. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even. Wow, that's really cool that you can do all that stuff.
That is
Yeah,
cool.
I love that. It says smile.
I'll be darned.
Coming to a Facebook near you now.
This technology is pretty nutty. I tell you. Oh, look at that! You got a little tiara. That's very fitting. You should wear that all the time. A tiara looks good on you. A tiara for Sierra.
Yes.
Very cute.
I actually have a tiara, and I wear it occasionally while I'm doing housework. It makes me feel so Cinderella.
Well,
I know I have a Cinderella dress, and I wear that when I do housework.
Okay.
Well, let's go back to that ethics issue.
Which ethics issue?
It was a work ethic you were talking about, and I don't understand work ethic. I mean, my ethical approach to work is to do as little as possible.
Amen.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was a religious thing, but.
All right, so I invited Bubba to come inside and chat. I don't think his camera's working, so he doesn't want to come in. But Bubba, come on in. I sent you a private message with the chat, so come on in if you'd like. And Joyce, come back. Please come back to us. You just need to turn off this version, come into the other, and then we can listen to you.
But Gina, okay.
What, Terry?
Do we have enough room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look like the Burger King or the Tire King.
Filter capacity. This is nice.
It is. It's a full house, Dale.
That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing.
Is it
Now,
still
Beth
2
is
for 1?
my kind of girl. She has 11 dogs.
Ooh. Who has 11 dogs?
I think Beth does. She does a lot of rescue work, which I used to do. Introduce us to your friend, Beth.
Beth, you're muted.
Where is she? I don't even. Oh, there she is.
She's way over there, but we can't hear her.
Yeah, I know she's not even facing us.
Beth, we can see you. Want to say hi?
Turn around. Apparently, she's done something very bad and needs to sit in the corner.
Oh, Bubba says the dog ate his camera. Mary, did you get the code? Do you want to come in and join us? That's Mary. Mary, come on in and join us. But Mace, we waited so long for you to join us. I'm sure you have some brilliant wisdom to share.
Say something really smart.
No pressure, Gina. No pressure with a bunch of content experts on the line, and we've been drinking for the last hour. I got to tell you something that's very interesting, is trying to solve technical issues after consuming large amounts of rum.
Oh,
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Just
I've done that on a regular basis.
hammer.
Not really that hard.
Someone playing the banjo?
That's what she said.
I love it. The girls have tiaras, and Dale has ass.
And I think that's the way it should be, don't you?
I think the world would be a lot happier that way.
With more ass, you bet it would. Oh, for crying out loud, yeah, it would be a lot happier. You put more ass out there, and you know, the world's just going to thank you for it.
No, more tiaras.
How do you do that cool thing with your masks?
It's just opposite ends of the same fantasy, Gina.
It's the one on the left called Google Effects. You
Oh,
turn
wow.
that on, and then you can get all sorts of fun things.
Oh, yes. What have we unleashed now? Oh, my goodness. The world will not be the same again.
Oh, look at Sierra. Very cute. Pussycat, pussycat. So I'm scuba diving at my birthday party. We're just having fun.
I brought out from the tiki bar, I brought my parrot, who usually is in there. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello. Hey,
Does
hello.
the parrot talk?
Hey, hey, hey. That's not very nice. Don't do. I got this parrot from a pirate. You stop it. Just stop it. All right? All right? Listen to me.
Hey, baby, show us your tits.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Now, he's allowed to have. It's a. All right, enough. Yeah, it's always fun here at the Tiki.
Speaking of parrots, I thought I would dress for the occasion.
Very, very nice.
Now we're at the NSA bar.
Oh, look at she's got a little bird going, and she's got the devil horns. Man, you're rocking. Oh, and look, Michelle's even got the effects going.
Michelle, look at you. Look at you, girl.
Very
The
cool.
girls are dressed appropriately. What's wrong with you guys? Come on. Oh, I see Beth, you're muted, so we can't see you, but she's got her doggy and devil ears on. Good.
So, Gina, can you get more than 10 people on a hangout thing or no?
Well, we have more than 10 people. We have people that are inside the room and people that are watching. And so the
Okay.
inside the room people, maximum is 10.
I was just curious, yeah.
And that cool
How
tool
many
that you were using that you guys were watching before you came into the room was called Webinar Jam. And that's something that Terry and I are using, and that's helped out with the marketing and such. We love this tool. So if you are interested, you can always sign up using our affiliate code, which is bit.ly/webinarjamtv. And like if you went back to the other Webinar Jam, it's down at the bottom. It's a link. So now that you guys are inside, I can't share it with you really in the chat. So anyway, it's a cool thing.
I'm curious about this. I'm looking at the people at the bottom, and I'm on the far right. Am I on the far right for everybody?
No, the way it positions it is yourself. You yourself is put on the far right.
Okay. I thought I was bigger than everybody else just for a reason, but I guess everybody.
You are rather special, Susan.
on mine, you're naked.
Please, Dale.
Oh, you got that filter also, Dale. Yeah, there's a filter you can get, and it just kind of, you can see right through the clothes. It's great.
That's that filter thing. Go over to the right, click on filter, and then you will be able to just see anybody naked.
Yeah, it's the X-ray thing.
Two more drinks.
No, that might include like Terry, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, Dale, I had to turn it off with you. Nothing against you, man.
No offense taken. No. How's everybody's tomatoes coming along? Well, I don't know why I said that after the naked conversation, but tomatoes came to mind, and mine are coming along. They're about the size of enlarged ping pong balls now, and very green. But that means that they're growing. And I know everybody's got tomatoes in the summer.
Well, you've got huge ferns in the background there, Dale. Is that so you don't have to mow the
Oh,
lawn?
my ferns are... These damn things. Well, my whole house or my whole yard is just you can see is a big park. It's
Wow.
just, yeah. It's just I have. Let me see if I can take this off of here. But yeah, it's the whole thing is just one big park, and then over here, of course, is the actual tiki bar. And so this is where I spend my summers. I'm only like 100 feet away from the house, but I feel more like it's 10 miles. So in the middle of the Caribbean.
Cool.
It's
Very
great.
cool. So
And
when
when do
you
you drink in the winter?
details? I haven't been invited.
Everybody's invited. If you're ever in town, well, first you have to have the passcode because otherwise you're not going to get by the ninjas. And then we'll send you exactly the map of where the tripwires are and the secret hand sign to get in. So
So what's the town, Dale? Or
I'm sorry.
city?
What?
Where are you?
Downers Grove, Illinois,
Illinois. Okay.
where it's always double coupon day. But
Michelle, you might want to move your camera still a little bit lower because you're just very, in the bottom of the.
Yeah, Michelle, you want to adjust that a little bit.
Oh,
Boom.
There you
Carefully.
go. That's much better.
That's
Okay.
much better now.
Harmony wild animals while you're doing that.
Dale, I'm kind of curious.
What are you curious about, Mace?
When you travel, do you include that in your fee, or do you bill the customers separate for Greyhound?
Who are you asking, me? Of whom are you inquiring?
Yes, he was asking you, I think.
Yes.
When I travel, do I build it into my fee?
Do you have all-inclusive travel, or do you bill for Greyhound separately?
Basically, I
Or do
bill
you bill
for
for
travel.
Greyhound separately?
Yeah, well, yeah, I should be so lucky to get Greyhound, but I usually bill for it separately. If they want to do an all-inclusive thing, I said okay, but I'm quoting you a fee for first-class air, so it's up to you.
I see there's some folks trying to come in and join us, and I apologize. We were messing around with the effects, and I did not check the chat, so I'm sending people private links who said they wanted to come in, Kathy and Michael and some others. So check your private messages in the chat and come on in. Be sure to turn off the version you're watching right now with the chat, or at least turn the sound off there, and come on in.
Was it Mace that was asking about the travel inclusive?
Yes.
Just not that this is a business conversation, but
far from it.
What I do is I put in 4 options, and one is travel inclusive. So I've got a contract, and you've got 4 options. If you want a copy of my contract, I'm happy to send it to you. Just send me an email, Susan@susansweeney.com.
What are your 4 options?
It's a half day or full day, and then half day travel inclusive and full day travel inclusive.
I give them options, like airfare, train, hitchhiking, and they get to pick which one.
That'd be fun to do over to Europe.
What's that, hitchhiking?
Yeah, hitchhike over to Europe.
Hitchhiking is never fun. No matter how romanticized it might be in those novels you read, but it's never fun. That stuff never happens, hardly once, maybe.
What, the mass murder kind of thing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was what I meant.
Never happened.
Murder. I know, but I got out of the way in time, so it was good.
Hey,
Okay,
Mary,
I've got to ask this.
Cool that we
Has
can
anybody else?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Is anybody else into Orange is the New Black?
Yes, love it.
Okay. Have you watched it all, the whole second season?
Yes, just finished season 2.
Yeah. I love the ending. I look forward to season 3. I don't understand, however, how it's being considered for an Emmy as a comedy.
I'm easily entertained, Dale.
Yeah,
Which is a good thing. It's a
for
good
the
thing.
rest of it, it's a story about a woman's prison, and there's laugh line here or there, but for the most part, it's a pretty scary ass story. But it's been nominated for an Emmy Award as a comedy this week.
I had to go to a women's prison one time. Not me. I mean, I wasn't an inmate, but back when I was in the medical device world, I had to go put a bone growth stimulator on this inmate, and it was. I said, this is a women's prison. How bad can it be? They're women. They're nurturing, they're motherly, those type of people. It was one of the scariest experiences I've ever had in my life.
What happened?
What was scary about it?
Well, it's a long story. I don't want to. It could be a buzzkill, so I don't want to do that because I've been working very hard on my buzz. For the first half hour, kind of anonymously, and now I'm on with the rest of you. But no, I got locked into a room to put a bone growth stimulator on this inmate. This woman who weighed probably about 100 pounds. She was just in her underwear, and she set her boyfriend's bed on fire. So, I mean, I was just looking for a fire extinguisher and trying to placate her in every way I can.
He probably deserved it.
He probably did. He probably did, but it was quite an experience. So Orange and the New Black has a different meaning for me.
Netflix has some really good shows.
They do.
They've done a good job on that.
Has anybody watched Sons of Anarchy? It's kind of an older show, but
Every episode at least 3 times.
Really? Is it good?
It's like Sopranos on motorcycles. It's.
The thing is, I know those guys. I know guys exactly like that because I belong to a lot of motorcycle organizations, and we'll get gangbangers in some of them who are fighting for political rights and stuff. But yes, I know those guys, and it's very interesting.
Wow.
I'll bet.
And they actually interviewed some guy, I think he was with the Outlaws or something, about this show and asked him what he said. So it's a stupid soap opera, but then again, it's our soap opera.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd to talk about.
Comments in the group chat. Lori Guest said, "It's amazing how much this is like being at a party where everyone is already drunk."
I think it's just like cigar peg.
You mean the rest of you aren't already drunk?
Well, it's great because, I would feel guilty having a glass of wine by myself sitting here in the condo, but, with you guys all here, I'm feeling free to do it. It's awesome.
That's all.
This every Thursday.
What are the rules? You're supposed to show up drunk, or
that I invented it.
You really need to work on that whole guilt thing. The guilt is really not necessary.
Exactly. Just enjoy.
Yeah, it's called being raised in the Bible Belt. My God, we have major guilt about anything alcohol.
I'm from Indiana. I know.
Oh, yeah.
Lord, what are you drinking out of?
All I know is,
I like that. I'm from Florida.
That's your Sunday go-to-meeting flask. That's a nice one.
This is so much like being at the bar at NSA. It really is.
Yeah, it is. We get to do it whenever we want to throughout the year now. We don't have to wait for the convention. It's not just for convention anymore.
Every Thursday night I'm booked.
Okay, I think we're going to bump it back an hour, though, because we got a little confused. I think we're going to start it at 8 o'clock Central Time. No, 7 o'clock Central Time, which would give it the West Coast people 5 o'clock. So.
Oh, come on now. I'm in Atlantic. It's already 9:15 here. I don't want to wait that long to have a drink.
Well, no, you can.
Some pre-buzz.
You just call me anytime you want to drink. We can hop on this thing because that's what I do in my off time. So it'll be fun.
Well, this is my first time doing this.
Welcome aboard.
She said.
Yeah. Well, you figured out lower thirds and
I know. And here I thought Terry was getting fresh with me right in front of God and everybody. You too, Dale. I just thought that was just going to be terrible. But I guess not. It had a function and a purpose.
Pardon me just a second, but Karen Kane and Carp, I know you were trying to get inside. I sent you links in the private chat. I sent you links in Facebook. So click on it, turn off this version that you're watching, and come on in and join us. We'd love to have you. We have plenty of room at the bar right now. You can see there's a few slots open. Dr. Dorothy, you can come on in too. She's chatting up Ray Donovan on Showtime, and she's an ex-Catholic nun. You are all dispensed of all your sins, so enjoy. Thank you, Dr. Dorothy. Oh, I'm so happy.
That's so cool.
Thank you.
That was one of my career choices.
So, Dale, I'm looking for the summarizing of this.
Well, it started off kind of slow, and then as it built and, people started, chugging wine or drinking out of flasks, it all built up to this beautiful, dare I say, climax. But, I don't know if you all felt the same way, but this is exactly what I was looking for.
Excellent.
I see June Klein's trying to come inside too. June, I sent a link through the private chat, and we'll send one through Facebook for you right now. So, come on inside. We'd love to have you.
I had to turn the light on here. It's getting dark. Lately, it's been getting dark in Orlando at night, so I have to get the lights on.
Terry, please turn the light
It
back
got dark at like 10:30.
It is. It does. Look, here it is. Orlando right now.
Terry, turn the light back off, honey. We can see you better.
Can you
Turn
see
it
me
off.
better?
Terry, I'm an hour later, so here's what it is.
These are my friends.
Perfect. Leave it there.
That we were in England for about a month a while back, and that was one of the weirdest things. It's so it's bright so early, like before 5, and bright until before 5 a.m. and bright until about 10 p.m. and I just was not used to that amount of sunlight. It's kind of nice once you got used to it, but wow, that's different.
That's pretty much what we get up here in Portland. I mean,
Really?
sunrise right now is around 5:30, and it goes down right now around 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Oh.
Are you in Maine?
Wow.
Oregon.
Oh.
The other Portland.
The other Portland.
I actually lived
Now, what
outside.
about-
I lived in Bangor, Maine, though, until I was like 9.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Just a little south of me.
That's kind of
I love that flask.
a fun name.
Bangor?
It sounds dirty, but it's not.
So the flask was a Christmas present.
Looks
I'm
nice.
so happy it's happy hour.
That is the most interesting flask I've ever
Before 5
seen.
a.m. and right until.
Okay, Michael, thank you for joining us.
Scott
Michael,
Carpenter.
turn off the other version. I'm going to mute you until you turn off the other version because we're getting an echo through. But welcome. Glad you're here.
Здравствуйте, Michael. Как вы поживаете?
Before you got here, we were all talking about our most embarrassing moment ever. So it's your turn.
And don't hold back.
Okay, Michael, see if you can unmute yourself and see if you can, hopefully you've turned off the other one so that we can hear you.
And tell us your most embarrassing moment.
Yeah, it's not like this is being recorded or anything.
Don't fall for that. No one has had to do it.
Yeah,
Don't
for the
fall
whole world to see.
Not being recorded for anything.
I got your back, man. I got your back.
Michael, you are still muted, Michael Scott Karpovich.
Michael, take your cursor up to the top of the screen and press the little mute button and see if you can unmute yourself.
There's on the far left, you'll see a mute microphone. Unmute that.
I did.
Yay!
Yay.
Welcome.
Oh, now you're muted again.
You're muted again, Michael. They do that toggle thing.
I'm not. I'm not muted.
That is
I can
correct.
hear
We
you.
can hear you. No, you just muted yourself again.
I'm gonna be right back. Nobody talk till I get back.
Oh,
Okay.
Carolyn Strauss is in the house. Woohoo! Welcome, Carolyn.
Hey, Carolyn.
Hey, kids.
Carolyn, if it's a portable device, you can take it with you.
We've been missing you.
Sorry, I'm driving.
Oh, that's not safe. pull off to the side of the road right now. That's not safe.
Dale, you got a cute freeze there. Michael Scott Korpovich, I think you've got your unmute on now. No, you just muted again.
Yeah.
See where they have the little microphone with a line through it, that means it's muted.
This is Drinks with Dale. If you're you should never do drinking and driving. That's just bad.
True.
That's the beauty. It's,
Yeah, no kidding.
Beauty.
And texting and talking, that's all bad. You're under arrest.
I think we apparently scared her away.
Oh dear. And June Klein, I keep sending you notes and links, and I hope you can join us. We'd love to have you here.
I think we have two versions of Michael Scott Karpovich on.
Well, I'm going to have to eject one of them because we just can't have that.
I don't know if we can handle that much good. A double dose of Michael.
That takes us up to 10, though, so nobody else can join us. Okay, Michael zapped out one. Good.
Okay, here's something.
Mace, where do you
Here's
live?
something else from.
Sorry.
Where do I live?
Yeah.
I live in the Palm Beach, Florida area, Wellington, Florida.
Okay. I think I know where everybody else is. I'm looking across the bottom of the screen. I'm the only Canadian.
Right now.
Florida is well represented here.
Florida is well represented. And I was here, but
she left.
And I think
I'm in southern Canada.
I think
in
that's
Michigan.
fair, Susan. That you're the only Canadian. 10% rule and everything.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Actually, my Canadian friends, we have a Canadian CAPS meeting. Myself, Rhonda Scarf, Marion, Rob Finkelstein, Jane Atkinson. There are like 8 of us that live in the Fort Myers area for about 6 months of the year. So we've got our Canadian contingent there in Florida as well.
So really,
Francis is in Miami.
Cool.
do you have a visa?
No, I stay less than 183 days.
You don't have a visa? What credit card do you have?
I look like crap.
There are like 8 of us.
Kathy made it.
Kathy. Kathy. Hello there, Kathy.
So we got our Canadian contingent there.
And Carolyn's back.
Well, apparently we've scared her. So really,
Is in Miami.
All right, Kathy, we're thrilled that you're here, but turn off the version you were watching because we're getting a major echo coming through. So turn that off and then go up to the top of the screen and unmute yourself, and we would love to hear from you.
Oh. It looks like crap.
All right, Kathy, you look great, but I'm not going to unmute you until you turn off the other version. You got to go back to where you were watching it and turn it off.
Turn off the webinar and go to Google Hangout.
But turn off the version you were watching. Echo coming through. So Terry, could you translate? And go up to the top yourself, and we would love to hear from you. Go up to the top of the screen and unmute yourself, and we would love to hear from you. We're getting into the fun zone.
Here we go again.
I'm going to unmute you until you turn off the other version. You got to go back. I did.
Okay, I think we should
All
go.
right, Kathy, you look great. I'm not going to unmute you until you
We might be getting some others.
the version you were watching. Okay.
I'm a
Sarah,
dumb shit.
Go up to the top.
Having a 70s flashback.
Close the old tab.
Go up to the top of the screen and click. So, we would love to hear from you.
I did. Okay, that's good. It's somebody else maybe. So Dan, welcome. Michael, welcome again. Make sure you close the old tab because we're getting a major echo. Kathy, amazingly, when I mute you, we don't hear that. So I think you have the open tab somehow.
We're definitely not drinking enough yet.
We have double Dans now. Dan, you're logged in twice.
What? How's that?
Well,
we've got two of you.
That will happen on Hangouts. They'll recycle, and then one will just disappear without you doing anything.
All right. I hope it's not the real me.
Can we get that to happen with politicians? They disappear.
No.
Dan, what you drinking?
I got some Bass Ale.
Cool.
I was going to bring out my my new Mai Tai recipe, but
how you doing?
I had to cook dinner for the family instead.
Oh, very
Mike
cool.
is my webmaster. Oh, cool, man! You got your right around by your own tiki bar. Excellent. So I thought I'd bring this out. This is another from the collection of the Tiki Bar collection, just so people get an idea of what's all inside there. But this was a pretty monkey that somebody gave me, a little stuffed monkey. It's like a Beanie Baby. They say it's pretty close to realistic, but I'm not real sure. But Kathy's looking real close at that. Look at her leaning into the camera just to see a pet monkey's willy. Look at her leaning into the camera going, what is that? What am I looking at? You're a sick woman, Kathy. I love that about you. You're very twisted.
Hey, I want to say welcome back, Kathy. I think you got the sound issues under control, so say hello.
This was a pretty monkey that's...
I'm afraid. I'm gonna screw up.
You're good now. You're good now.
I'm not real sure, but...
I'm hearing a little in the background, some feedback.
Kathy's looking real close at that. Look at her leaning into the camera just to see a pet monkey's willy.
There you go.
She's going to take something off. Holy Christmas, this is great. Oh, what is that? What am I looking at? This is what I invented this for. You're a sick woman, Kathy. I love that about you. You're very twisted.
Hey, I want to say welcome back. Okay, Kathy, I think that your sound again, there's something open, and we're hearing the other webinar, so I can't unmute you till we get that turned off. And
Close
Dan,
everything you have. Whatever you have, close it because it's causing an echo.
There's another line we could use for that, but we'll let it go right now.
And Dan, I muted you testing to see if it was yours, so you can unmute yourself. Just go up to the top and click the mute button. Kathy, I'm going to put my phone number in the private chat for you.
There's something, and we're hearing the other webinar.
So, Kathy, call me and let me see if I can help you with this. Okay, yeah. All right, so it's in the private chat. Oh, no, go over to Facebook messages because you want to close the other private chat.
This is great because we had a mess up as to when this thing was going to start, and so I told Terry, I said, no, we'll just start it at 6 Central the way it was broadcast, and he goes, oh, do you think anybody's going to want to drink for more than an hour?
They'll say, that's it, it's over, we don't drink anymore.
I told him I drink for more than an hour before I have breakfast.
Just think about it like an NSA at the bar at the end of the day. Does anybody stay for more than an hour? Maybe.
Yeah, why limit happy to an hour?
There you go.
Well, you can bring your own flasks here. It's wonderful.
Good point.
we're like athletes. Once you get warmed up, you got to capitalize on your limberness.
Well, and like that, you also have to stay in practice, and make this kind of something that you practice frequently. Otherwise, you lose the skill.
That's right. You got to flex that muscle.
So many things.
That would be a terrible thing to lose.
That's true with so many things.
Okay, and friends, I've got something here. I just ran over and got. Does anyone know what this is right here? Susan Sweeney, you should know this.
Gold vodka.
That's vodka.
This is the Crystal Head. Crystal Head made where?
It's Illinois, I think.
Close. Newfoundland.
Oh, is it iceberg vodka?
No, this is Crystal Head.
Newfoundland has a vodka that's made from iceberg. They take the ice off the icebergs.
Yeah, they do that. And this one's Dan Aykroyd owns the company and stuff. So I got this, and I was saving it for a special occasion. So, friends, here we go. We're going to check if we can open it. There we go.
Oh.
There we go.
Corey, what's the appropriate toast?
Cheers to everyone. Cheers. Na zdrowaja.
Okay.
Na zdrowaja.
Chug.
Good. No, you can't jug this. It's so good. This is exceptionally good vodka.
Do you have that in the freezer?
Yeah, this is made in Newfoundland.
No, Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
Understand? Newfoundland. That's where I grew up.
Newfoundland. Thank you. Thank you. As they say in Canada, merci beaucoup.
Yeah, it's not like, it'd be like me saying Florida.
Florida. Yeah, that's right.
That's in your water and your toothpaste.
Thank you. Cheers.
So,
Corey, was that in the freezer?
That was another thing.
No, I had it just over there.
That was another thing.
But saving it for a special time, and my friends, this is a special time. Dale, it's a record. We've never had this many on and this many joining.
For this long, drinking this much.
For this long, it's just superlatives all
Terry,
over.
is bigger than yours.
Yeah.
So, Terry, did you love Newfoundland?
Oh, I've never been there, and I want to get up there and see it sometime.
Where'd you get the booze?
Oh, they allow it now here in America. They let us buy this stuff.
Newfoundland is your kind of town.
Yeah, I'll have to get up there. I like them. They're real good folks.
I've heard many jokes told about the people of Newfoundland.
Many, and Newfoundlanders tell the best ones.
Well, because sure, they want a good chuckle on themselves. Everybody else is,
Newfoundland is unlike any other place you've ever been. It's like going back to Ireland about 100 years ago.
Oh, cool. Of course, 100 years ago, they were at war in Ireland 100 years ago.
No, but it's amazing, the Irish dialects and how friendly the people are, and it's just an amazing place.
Yeah, it'd be great. Well, do a Google search.
What's there to do up there?
Well, people tend to party a lot. Music is a big thing, and everybody's welcome. So nothing closes till like 4 o'clock in the morning. You go out at 11 o'clock at night, you start to party, and then you end up partying all night long, and then you end up going back to somebody's place, and the music continues, and the party continues, and it's party all weekend long. Dale, you fit right in.
I would. That sounds like my kind of place. Now, what is there a specific weekend, or they just do that every weekend?
They do that all the time in Newfoundland. It's St. John's, and there's a place called George Street, and everybody knows about George Street. George Street is kind of the main thoroughfare, and it's got more bars per capita than any place else in the world.
I love it. So it's I need to go to St. John's and George Street.
You would love it.
How far is Newfoundland? How far is Newfoundland from Toronto?
Oh my God, it's a 2.5-hour plane ride.
Okay, and it probably wouldn't be good to visit there in December then, huh?
No. You want to visit there in July, August.
Okay. So
Maybe.
I should go next week.
Yeah, maybe even September.
So what is it like in the winter there in Newfoundland?
Oh, Terry, you are so good.
I'm trying to learn. I'm learning to speak Canadian here.
Yeah. Well, when I was growing up, it's not the same now, but when I was growing up, when the snow fell, big snow, we
Snow.
would
Snow.
walk
What is
on
that?
top of the
Mace?
snow
Do you
and touch the
understand?
telephone wires. That's how tall the snow is.
Wow. Wow. I
Yeah.
don't know. See, Mace and I, and Gina, we're from Florida. You got to understand, down in Miami, snow has a completely different meaning.
Completely different meaning. Completely different. Completely different.
And it ain't nearly that deep.
It's a lot more expensive.
Soda's friendly, and so does party, and so does music. It's all totally different there.
Somebody just
It's
joined.
like going back to Ireland about 100 years ago. You visited Ireland recently, and it's like going back to Ireland about 100 years ago. Everybody, there's a very thick Irish accent, and for the most part, and everybody loves music. Everybody loves to party.
We're getting an echo somewhere.
But the weather's shitty.
Completely different meaning. Completely different.
And it ain't nearly. So it is like Ireland.
It is very much like Ireland. And so does party, and so does music.
Gina?
It's all totally different things.
We're getting some
It's like
echo.
going back to Ireland about 100 years ago. I'm hearing the echo. And it's like going back to Ireland about 100 years ago. Everybody, there's a very thick Irish accent, and for the most
Hey,
part.
Kathy, change
And
back
everybody
there.
loves music, everybody loves to
And there's
party.
no reverberation, okay? I just
Kathy,
look
we
like
have
a baby.
echo.
Okay.
So don't say.
Okay. All right.
In the way.
Thank you.
Get off the phone. Get off the phone. That's what's ruining it.
Bye. Bye. Thank you. He's a wizard.
Okay, I think Kathy is back, and I think that her sound is fixed. So, Kathy, let's try it.
We're getting echo.
Hi.
Oh, her sound's really fixed now. We can't hear her at all.
I can hear you.
I can hear you. Reverberation.
What are you wearing?
All right, Kathy, let's get back on the phone.
Stop it.
No. No, we'll do this a different
Oh,
day. You
I'm
guys
the only one who
just have
can't hear
fun.
her.
You guys just have fun.
Wow.
I think that, strangely, it was coming from Terry that time.
What was?
The feedback. Because you can watch the little sound meter in the lower right-hand corner, and you can see who's being activated and how much sound is coming out. And it was coming from Terry's, and he wasn't talking.
Ooh, baby, Terry, if you're being activated, maybe we should cut this call short.
Oh, Kathy,
You've been drinking. You've been drinking, kid.
I love this. We'll do this weekly.
I'm saying that just
Beth is still
Trek-
trying to show off her
Star Trek
crystal
sort of
head.
way, you know, activated. I don't know what it means.
So, Dale, how are those mosquitoes?
Actually, I've put off all over myself, and they stayed fairly far apart. So right now they're good. Oh, Carolyn joined us,
Hey,
and
kids.
Kathy's here. So you two guys, we were discussing our most embarrassing thing ever, and
I
it's
think
your
you're-
turn.
I think we're going to start with your hat, Dale.
Well, I brought this out because we talked earlier about platform and that fiasco, and someone suggested the American Speaker Society, and I brought this out because it already exists. It's rather secret. We did have a convention here in 2000, and we've had several since then, and we're coming back strong. We are going to reinitiate, and there's only about a dozen members in this thing, and we may be taking applications. I'll keep you appraised.
Well, because more than a dozen is just too much ass.
I'm sorry, more than a dozen is what?
Just too much ass.
Baker's dozen. Oh, too much ass. Yeah, well, yeah, you can have too much ass, I guess.
I'd like to get rid of 5% of my ass.
Well, what 5% specifically? I mean, do you have a?
I'm going for 30%. That would be good.
Probably 2.5% per cheek then, if you want 5% overall. So.
Well, I'll sell 5% of my ass.
eBay.
That would.
Anybody buy that?
You
I
put
doubt.
that on eBay, I guarantee you're going to get some. You're going to get some responses. Buy my ass. Yeah, that will get some responses.
Yeah, maybe some law enforcement coming by too.
I didn't mean it that way.
I understand.
We know that.
Dude,
This is a different conversation than we were having at the beginning. This,
Okay, so I'm not selling my ass, but these are my world famous panties that were torn by Elvis Presley. I've talked about these in different presentations. You can see that's Elvis holding me. And literally, these panties were torn by Elvis Presley. They hung on my parents' fireplace. They were up on the parents' fireplace for my entire life. And so I think I should offer those on eBay. You know, I'm giving you guys first dibs. Who wants to bid?
Wait, they were on your parents' fireplace instead of stockings at
Right.
Christmas?
What kind of a
Gina.
twisted family did you grow up with?
They do things differently in Georgia.
Gina, moving forward, when you come to speak at our chapter, how do we describe your business? Well, Gina sells her panties on eBay.
The panties that were torn
Charlie,
by
could you put those on the Home Shopping Network?
Well, they'd have to have a really big markup, and since there's only one, it's a little issue, babe.
So so
We'd
maybe
have
an
to find
infomercial.
all of the panties ever torn by Elvis and actually make a collection, and then we could sell it on Home Shopping. So who's up for that project? Not me. I'm not it.
That would be a
Elvis used to come down to greet his fans at Graceland. This was the late '60s. My family took a vacation. We were all Elvis nuts, and so he would come down, sign autographs, and have his pictures taken. So he picked me up and had my picture taken, and then as he put me down, he's wearing this white jumpsuit as he always did with the silver fangly belt, and my panties hung on the belt. And so I tried to walk forward, and I popped right back. And I walked forward again, and I popped right back. So finally my dad had to pick me up and move me off of Elvis. And so that's how the panties were torn by Elvis Presley. True story.
No one else in the world has that story, Gina.
No one else in the world. I need to go to Lou Heckler and make it my signature speech, and I'll make.
You got to figure out how to monetize that.
That's one that's going to be hard for anyone else to steal.
I think there
Well,
was.
I don't know about that.
Dale, did Elvis tear your panties?
He tore my panties.
No, Rock Hudson did, though. I'll tell you that, boy. That was nice.
Oh, too much information we don't need to know.
Yes.
I don't mean to spread tales about Rock, but, you know, that's the reason he had that name.
He can't defend himself.
Hey, this is pretty good. We're an hour 40 minutes in. We have 9 people in the house, a few still out in the outhouse. Michelle says, Dale, you would love Newfoundland. You can go and see the icebergs, incredible bars, and nightlife.
Oh, there's Jewish people there. That's wonderful.
Wonderful.
I feel right at home.
Icebergs? Well, why did you say Jewish people are
There's
there?
Jewish people there, the icebergs.
Oh, God.
Iceberg. Oh, yes, of course. Then it's got to be a good place.
Gotta be. Happy hour runs an hour later.
That's
Happy
right.
hour. What?
So, Dale, you have to tell us a little bit about this. Is a momentous time here. We're celebrating, and this is a first. You pioneered the idea of Drinks with Dale, and now it has come quite far. What do you think as you kind of step back and look at what you've created here?
Well, Terry, my heart's going pitty-pat right now. I just can't tell you how excited I am. But, you know, it seems that this idea has come to fruition and will probably continue on being pretty much a pain to do every Thursday because there's no money in it. But, you know, I'll continue to do that because, you know, there's nothing on TV right now except reruns, although the Tour de France did replace the World Cup, so thank God there's still a sport on TV that I can nap through.
Well, I don't see anybody drinking anymore.
What are you drinking, Kathy?
Always got
Oh,
Jack
I'm
Daniels on.
I'm drinking. I'm in charge of the technical stuff, so I have to be drinking.
You are the whiz. You are wonderful.
Go Gina, go Gina.
And Terry and I teach people how to work this wonderful webinar jam and Google Hangouts, so you too can be a client.
I might have to be.
There you go. There's our commercial. That's our commercial for the night. Try to call them and sign up and become a client, and you too can have people in your house drinking.
Well, you too can have your own TV show, just like Dale has now.
I do have a question. So if there was more of us, would we be doubled on top of each other or just one long stream?
No, you're only allowed 10.
You wish.
You have only 10 allowed on the screen at one time. However, because it goes to YouTube, you can have as many people that can get on YouTube, which could be literally millions of people.
Well, Dale, I really am kind of surprised because I thought you'd have at least 30 people.
Well, there's a bunch more people that can't get into the room. Only certain people got the special, code to get inside.
Well,
You
then
don't tell people from Dale's yard.
Get into my yard. They're lined up back there. I'm not letting them in right now until, oh, no, sister, we got them backed up.
There's
You
been a
got the whole
revolving
lawn
door
crew there
thing
ready to go to work.
We did have well over 30 people that signed up. So considering we only started marketing it about 24 hours ago, I think that's pretty good.
Oh, I do too. As soon as I saw it, man, I was excited.
Yeah, right before NSA pulled it down, which is okay because they should have. I shouldn't have done what I did, but we did it anyway. It's okay.
Who pulled it down? Harry, what? Who pulled
I put it in. I put it where I should not have put it in this. I didn't even think about it. I didn't know if it'd be okay, but the CSP Facebook page and the NSA Facebook page, and Michelle Reynolds came along and said, "No, don't do that," and she was right. So we'll have to do it a little bit differently next time.
How was she right?
I think the problem was that I added this platform photo to Terry's post, and I think that's why they took it off. So if you guys have not seen this platform photo, I'm going to show it to you in just a minute. It's so good. Chris O'Shea.
Yeah. Why get more wine?
Okay.
Always a good idea.
I think that might have been the problem, Terry.
So, Terry and Gina, do you guys go to the NSA Southeast Florida meetings?
No, we go to actually a couple. We go to with Mace, with the Florida Speakers Association down in Lauderdale, and we're members of the Central Florida chapter. But then we also get up to, like, this next couple weeks from now, we'll be up in the Georgia chapter. I'm a past president of the Georgia chapter, and so we'll be up there. So we kind of go between three, but our main chapter is our Central Florida chapter.
I've gone to the Central a couple of times.
Yeah, where's your home down here in Florida?
In Fort Myers.
Oh, yeah, that's not too far from Tampa.
Come visit us in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
I will do.
Just head down there right across Alligator Alley.
Right,
I
live
go
in
over
Fort
there all
Myers.
the time. Colleen Francis is in Miami, so I pop over there, and I got a friend in Palm Beach, and I got a friend in Fort Lauderdale. So, I mean, I always travel around when I'm down there anyway.
There are lots of
You
Jewish
have a new friend in Palm Beach.
A new friend, that's right, Mace.
Here we
And
go.
your friends in Orlando, so
Take us
just
to Palm Beach. I'll drive the rest of the way.
Well, if anybody comes to
Sounds good.
Omaha, let me know. I need excitement.
yes, indeed. We'll have to get up there. Mhm.
I was just looking at the bus schedule, and I'm pretty sure I can be there by Saturday.
Okay, if you do, we'll go on a bus.
I will go to Newfoundland the same time as you are there, and I'll show you what Newfoundland's all about. The same is true for anybody else. I'll show you the true Newfoundland. Newfoundland's amazing.
Well, I would love to. Absolutely.
Wow.
Nova Scotia.
All right, so I'm
Jeannie
going to
Roberts
Newfoundland. I'm going
Jeannie
to
Roberts was here
Omaha.
right after 9/11, and her office called and said, Jeannie's going to be in Nova Scotia, but she's a little concerned, 9/11, blah, blah, blah. And so I met with her, and we had dinner, and I showed her around Nova Scotia. We had a great old time. Anybody who comes to Nova Scotia, let me know.
Cool. I like it. Well, we're going to next week. Gina and I are pretty excited. We're going to be going to the vacation capital of America next week,
Detroit?
Michigan. Detroit, Michigan.
Yes.
Do you need any weapons? You need to borrow some guns?
I don't know. We buy. I actually got a
You buy
T-shirt.
real estate, they're cheap.
Yeah, you can. I got a T-shirt that says, "I'm so bad, I vacation in Detroit."
You need any sporting equipment? Fishing
We
rod?
might. A couple of platoons of Navy SEALs to protect us, I think.
No, you'll be fine. Just carry your own fire extinguisher. No, really, it doubles as a weapon.
Crossbow.
Really desperate.
It's too heavy.
That's what she said.
You're lying, Pinocchio.
Guys, this has to be a weekly event. This is
Gary
fabulous.
suggested I carry this little flashlight that has jagged edges on it. It's kind of heavy as a nice little weapon / tool when I'm out walking, and it's a good idea. So thank you, Terry.
From across
38 is a
West
good
Wing.
tool also.
What?
A 38 is a good tool.
It
When you're
certainly can be, yeah.
very good tool.
38, 39, whatever it takes.
Who's the gal in blue?
I'm Carolyn.
That's Carolyn Strauss.
Carolyn, where are you?
Denver.
All right.
I'm going to go visit her because pot is legal, and
Yeah.
then I'm going to go visit you because you're going to take me up to Newfoundland, and then I'm going to go visit Kathy just so she can show me the excitement in Omaha.
No one ever comes to Portland. Come on, Portland is like the most fabulous place to go.
Portland, that's a
can
short
go
drive
drive
from
by.
Washington. Okay, I'll come there too.
You
Portland.
can go by Warren Buffett's house.
And in Portland,
All right.
you can get a cup of coffee.
I like Warren Buffett. I like his brother Jimmy better. He had better songs.
And he's in Florida, so it's easier to visit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I've met him before.
He's
he
cool.
told me to. I wanted his autograph, and he said, "Don't touch me."
Oh, how
He's not very personable.
He didn't have too much. He didn't have enough to drink.
No, he's
Yeah.
a short, puny little guy.
Jimmy Buffett?
Yeah, he's not very big. I mean, in stature. In stature.
Were you touching him when he told you not to touch him?
Yeah, it's when you corner them in the bathroom like that. It's not good. They don't like
not,
it.
you know, that's right. Carolyn, how would you know that?
I know lots of
Never,
things.
never bother a man when he's salting his margarita.
Yep.
Is that what they call it now?
Pirate looks at 50.
Hey, you can't beat salt in the margarita for a good time. I'll tell you that right now.
It's like
Now,
Jimmy
Gail-
Buffett said, we just kind of all stand around and sing the national anthem of Margaritaville.
You know, look at your odds. You have more women on here tonight than you do men. Because that's
This
your
is the-
draw. You
This
are
is
the
the
man.
best. I know, and pretty soon somebody's
And you haven't
gonna.
seen Dale's hands this entire call.
Hey,
Dale, come on, come on. Let's hear
If
it.
you have not done your NSA surveys, be sure to fill those out and be sure to say a hashtag We Want Dale. Gosh, I can't believe putting other summarizers up there and expecting us to enjoy it. Good Lord.
I know. You know, it's like tradition has been lost in some ways.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was sad.
you know,
where's
not
the splat
everything
for?
old is bad. Not
We
that you're old. I'm saying.
We
What
only
about the splat
prayed once at lunch. I mean, it was 30 minutes long of praying, but we only prayed once. Did you notice?
I was more distracted by the 30-minute prayer at the CPAE event. That was
Yeah, the
just
final event.
That was
horrible.
the one. We only prayed once, though. It was a long-ass prayer, but we only prayed once.
But it's your
Definitely complain about that on the survey too. I did.
Oh, you can't complain about Naomi's praying. Come
Oh my
on.
God, like 5
It's all
minutes
she's
after-
got.
5 minutes
I
after
think
I was
Dale
in
should give the prayer.
elevator with Jim Rody, and I mean, I love both of them, but that was just over the top. Way too much. I know this is public, so Naomi, sorry, but too much.
It's not like we're being recorded or anything.
Yeah, for the whole wide world.
For the rest of the world and forever.
Let me just lighten this up a little bit. Kathy, you didn't see this. This is my parrot. Say hi to Kathy. Say hi to Kathy. Say hi.
Hi.
No, that's Kathy. Say something nice. There you go. All right, see?
Does your parrot?
All right, well, that's a, but that's the kind of fun we have here.
I like a man with props.
Huh? Yes. Oh, I got more props than you need, really.
We're having trouble hearing Beth for some reason. Beth, I put my phone number over in the chat, so call me and let me see if I can walk you through it. Although Sierra is a lot smarter than I am, she could probably do it.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, yay.
Oh, there I am. Okay. All right. Well, Gina, I only will put your phone number on the better bathroom walls, so it's okay. All right. I was just stroking my head over here, and I thought maybe,
Ooh, baby, you got
it.
Oh, yes, your crystal head.
I thought I was in timeout. I thought Gina put me in timeout. I was so distraught.
No. No, Beth, I noticed that your head was bigger than Terry's.
I know my head's bigger than Terry's.
It is.
There, you have a bigger head. Go get the bigger head.
You look like you've got the same vodka as Terry.
We do. By the way, Beth, Floridian to Floridian, where did you get that?
My husband's into Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, did you know where he got it?
Just they're at liquor stores here, and liquor. I don't even know her.
But yeah, they have a different place. We got a Total Wine here in Orlando.
Now, guys, this is way too bizarre. You both have the little skeleton thing, and it's from Newfoundland.
Yes. Do a Google search on it.
Newfoundland,
It's
and I'm
called-
from Newfoundland. 3 of the 10 people here are connected.
Yeah, so you see, if you do a Google search on that of Crystal Head Vodka, you'll see a whole page on it, and you watch the video from Dan Aykroyd. He's one of the investors, and he explains the whole story behind. It's really a story behind how they do it, what they do, and it won one of the best vodkas in the world in the Moscow Vodka Festival.
Well, when I see yours is new.
There's also a video where a forensic reconstructionist took the head and found out that the skeleton is actually accurate and reconstructed into what the person would look like who had the skeleton from Crystal Head.
Really? Cool.
Wow. Who was it?
It wasn't a particular person, but it was anatomically accurate.
It was Michael Platform.
Michael Platform.
Yeah, I can't get off of this call. It's just gone on.
This is bizarre because Newfoundland is a population of about 1 million.
Oh.
I mean, far
What time
less
is
than
it?
most U.S. cities, right? Newfoundland, the whole province is a population of 1 million, and somehow to this population of 1 million, it's bizarre.
Well, there.
Dale,
are
we interrupting your life here, Dale? Sorry, Dale. Who was the call from?
What's the bartender doing?
I just got word that dinner was coming shortly, so that means the pizza guy's going to be here.
Well, did you get order enough for all of us?
Oh yeah, I got plenty for everybody.
Who do you think he is, a Southwest pilot? Come on.
Yeah.
No, that's never a client. Not really.
But that's okay. Southwest ought to be doing it too.
I don't accept client calls.
So we ought to have a marathon happy hour sometime. Not tonight, but sometime.
It's kind of become that.
It'd be like a good Labor Day thing, or like Thanksgiving or Christmas kind of thing. Dale, think about it. You got some time to kick it around. Come up with something.
What's a good time for you, Kathy? We'll build it around your schedule. What's a good time for you?
Oh, listen, I'm flexible.
I know that. So what's a good time to drink?
Woohoo!
Give me some options.
Well, really, we don't really need. First of all, we don't need all these other people on the call. Just you and me, I think, and we'll have our own call. It would be quite nice. You don't need to dress up. Hell, you don't need to dress, and it would be perfect.
But that's not fair because you do.
No, I'm not wearing pants right now. Don't make me stand.
And he's got an ass hat.
That's right.
When you got an ass hat, everything else is fine.
That's okay. You name it, I'll be there.
Okay, well, I think we could probably squeeze in another one of these next week on Thursday, possibly an hour later. It would start at 7:00 Central Time, and would that be better for you, Kathy?
You schedule it now that I can get on. I'm fine. I mean, on the.
We're not worried about you getting on. We're worried about you getting off.
Don't make it an hour later. That's way too late.
Marketing. I don't know about this kind of crap.
Don't make it an hour later. That's too late here in Atlantic.
Yeah, I've been drinking since 5.
Perfect. See?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Good for
actually,
you.
I'm lying.
Excellent.
4:30 Central. Holy crap! I met my girlfriend of mine, and I dumped her to come meet you guys.
It's 10 o'clock here.
I'm glad you're here.
An hour later, this would be 11 o'clock.
You
That's
dumped
way
who?
too-
A girlfriend of mine that I've been drinking with since 4:30 to come do this.
Wow. Bring her next
explains
time.
it.
Bring her. It's all the more than.
You guys are more important.
That explains it.
Yeah, invite her over.
So I've been on here since 4 o'clock my time. It's now 6 o'clock. So this is kind of day drinking for me. But Portlanders are okay with that.
Portlanders are cool.
And on the East Coast, this is 10 o'clock now. If you made it an hour later, that'd be 11:03.
It's not 10 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock on the East Coast.
10 o'clock.
I'm Atlantic.
It's 9 o'clock.
Nova Scotia, which is Atlantic, not Eastern.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay, kids.
I
Well,
need to
I've
grab
been on
dinner.
here for 2 hours now, and I have to go and have dinner because there's nothing worse than cold pizza. So I really appreciate.
I have to go to the bathroom. I know it.
I do have to go to the bathroom really, really bad,
Really,
and then I'd have
really.
to stand up. I'm not wearing pants. But I really appreciate everybody coming here. It's been a lot of fun. I'd like to do this periodically. Really thank Terry and Gina for all of their
Thank
help.
you, Terry and Gina. Gina, thank you for getting me on.
All right. Goodbye,
massive,
guys. Thank you.
Next week.
That's the thing. So God bless you all. Please drive safely and
Until next time.
and until
Are we
next
doing
time.
this
And I have
next
to.
week?
Sure, why
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
when you drink it
Goodbye.
again,
Thank
Dale.
you.
Bye-bye,
Gina,
everybody.
you're great.
We'll do next.
Gina,
We'll do it
thanks,
next
guys.
Thursday if Terry and Gina can teach me how to do this.
All right, we'll let you know when it's going to be again. Dale, let us know.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay. Thank you all.
Bye.
God bless you. Good night. And
Bye.
and
Bye,
remember,
everybody.
leave a tip.
Do svidanya.
Do svidanya.
All right, go sit on you.
Salut.
Okay, I gotta go.
Salute. Salute.
Okay, bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.